September is not the quiet month you think it is. Right now, while most retirees are relaxing and assuming their finances are on autopilot, 5 specific money changes are already in motion, and every single one of them has a deadline. Miss even one, and you could be leaving hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars on the table. One of these changes is affecting over 8 million Americans at this exact moment, and almost none of them know it yet. If you rely on Social Security, Medicare, or any kind of fixed income, the next few minutes could genuinely change what lands in your bank account over the next 12 months. These windows do not wait for anyone. They open, they close, and the people who miss them have to live with the consequences for an entire year before they get another chance. There are 5 things happening right now in September that most people on fixed incomes do not find out about until it is already too late. We are going to go through all 5 of them, starting with the one that is quietly calculating your 2025 income right now, without you even realizing it. Change number 1. Your 2025 Social Security payment is being calculated right now, this month, and most people have no idea it is already happening. Here is something the government does not exactly shout from the rooftops. The Social Security Administration uses only 3 specific months of inflation data to calculate the cost of living adjustment, the COLA, that determines how much your monthly check increases next year. Those 3 months are July, August, and September. Right now, in September, the final piece of that calculation is being locked in. By October 10th, your 2025 COLA will be announced, and there is nothing you can do to change the calculation after that point. Why does this matter to you? Because understanding this timeline means you can plan ahead. If early projections are showing a lower COLA than last year, and right now they are, you need to know that before October, not after. Financial advisors who work with retirees say the number 1 mistake they see is people planning next year's budget based on what they assume the raise will be, rather than what it actually is. You still have days to adjust your expectations and your spending before the number is finalized. Most people wait until January and then feel blindsided. Change number 2. A 54-day clock is already ticking on your Medicare coverage, and most people do not even know the timer has started. Medicare open enrollment runs from October 15th to December 7th. That sounds like it is weeks away, but the preparation window, the window where you can actually compare plans, verify your medications are still covered, and confirm your doctors are still in network, that window is right now. September is the month when insurance companies quietly update their formularies. That is the list of drugs they will cover next year. A medication that cost you $12 a month this year could cost you $140 a month next year if your plan changed its coverage tier, and you would never know until January when the bill arrives. There are 3 specific things you need to verify before October 15th. First, confirm every prescription you take is still on your plan's covered drug list for 2025. Second, verify that every doctor you see regularly is still listed as in-network. Third, compare your current plan's premium against at least 2 alternatives using the Medicare Plan Finder tool. People who do this comparison every single year save an average of $800 annually. People who skip it pay that money anyway. They just pay it to the insurance company instead of keeping it themselves. Change number 3. 91% of eligible homeowners over 65 are paying full property taxes right now when they legally do not have to. Read that again. 91%. If you own your home and you are over 65, there is a very strong chance you qualify for a property tax exemption or freeze program in your state, and an even stronger chance you have never applied for it. States including Florida, Illinois, Texas, Pennsylvania, Arizona, and Michigan all have senior property tax relief programs that can reduce or completely freeze your annual tax bill. In some counties in Illinois, a senior homeowner can save over $2,000 per year. In Texas, your school district taxes can be frozen entirely the year you turn 65, but only if you apply. Here is the brutal part. Most of these programs have application deadlines between September and November. Miss the deadline, and you are paying full taxes for another full year with no way to recover that money. Call your county assessor's office this week. Not next month. This week. Ask specifically about senior homestead exemptions and tax freeze programs. You may have been overpaying for years without anyone ever telling you that you did not have to. Change number 4. Over 8 million SSI recipients are about to face an invisible trap in September that has already emptied bank accounts and caused missed rent payments across the country. Here is what happened and why it matters to you right now. In certain months, Social Security and SSI payments are shifted forward because a payment date falls on a weekend or federal holiday. When that happens, some recipients receive what looks like two deposits close together, and many people assume that means they have extra money. It does not. The second deposit is simply the following month's payment arriving early. Spending it as if it is a bonus means you will have nothing when the actual month it was intended for arrives. If your September payment arrived earlier than expected, open your calendar right now and count the days until your next expected deposit. If the gap looks longer than usual, it is because you have already received that money. This is not a glitch. It is not an error. It is a calendar quirk that the government does not send warning letters about, and every single year it catches people off guard. Missing rent, skipping medications, overdrawing accounts. All because of a scheduling shift that nobody explained. Now you know. Protect that money and treat it as belonging to the month it is labeled for. Change number 5. A major federal payment system transition is underway right now, and if your benefits come through a specific card, you need to take action before your money becomes inaccessible. The Direct Express debit card program, which over 4 million federal benefit recipients use to receive their Social Security and SSI payments, is in the middle of a significant transition period. Reports of declined transactions, account access issues, and delayed reissuance of cards have been increasing. If you or someone you care for relies on Direct Express as the only way to access monthly benefits right now in September, is the time to confirm your card is active, your address on file is correct, and you have a backup plan if access is disrupted. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau has received thousands of complaints related to this program in the past 12 months alone. People have gone days without access to their only source of income. If you want to move away from Direct Express entirely, the safest alternative is setting up direct deposit to a bank or credit union account directly through Social Security's official website at ssa.gov. It takes less than 10 minutes and eliminates the single point of failure that a prepaid card represents. Here is what you need to take away from everything you just heard. September is one of the most financially consequential months of the year for anyone on a fixed income, and it is almost completely invisible. The COLA calculation is happening right now. The Medicare comparison window is closing in 54 days. Property tax exemption deadlines are weeks away in most states. The SSI calendar trap has already hit millions of people. And the Direct Express situation is unfolding in real time. You now know things that most people your age will not find out until January, when the damage is already done. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. And if you want to stay ahead of the next wave of changes coming in October, because October brings its own set of deadlines that almost nobody talks about, make sure you are back here when that video goes up. The people who showed up for this one are exactly the people who will benefit most from what comes next.